Alright, so I'm just sitting there exercising and doing my laps, but I'm also babysitting my bag, which is across the street over there by First National Bank. So real quickly, alright, whenever you begin doing security, for me, whenever that happens, when I graduate, let's say you might do this. See those guys over there stretching? Don't pay attention to that. That's a distraction. That doesn't mean that they're doing that to distract you. That means that you're gay if you're paying attention to that, even if they are not, or if they are. You're gay. Or you have nothing in your pants. Don't pay attention to that. What are you going to gain from that? Number two, those females that were standing over there, just standing there wondering what that bag was doing there. Never underestimate. This is rule number one in security, really in police work. All right. What do you know about police work? I used to work for a police department called the University Police at Penn State. That's what I know about police work. All right. See, you have the privilege to say that. Not just me, you, Nimrod. If you ever get a job like that, you can say that, regardless who tells you can't, because your paycheck tells you so. Never listen to anything a person says, whether it's me, your best friend, or your girlfriend. Listen to what your paycheck tells you can say. Pat yourself in the head if you've been on that shit. Never underestimate the motive of a female just because she looks like. What the fuck would she need your little bullshit for? So let's say your little bullshit is a wallet. Let's say it's your car keys to a beat up fucking hoopty. A hoopty can provide a person from getting wet from the rain. A person could look like they came off the Cosmopolitan magazine. They just came off a Chatterbait. Fuck what people look like. You could be homeless, and with your last $100, you could buy some fucking Tom Fords for $25 from some guy that wants to help you come up, and a fake-ass iPhone that doesn't even work. It's an iPhone 6, but it's good enough to come up off of a crackhead that believes that you're a millionaire. And you're not even selling crack, you're selling a fucking dream that you're not homeless, but you actually are. So even though there's somebody standing over there that doesn't look like they will grab your bag, they absolutely will grab it. Because the person that you think will, because they look like homeless, they're not homeless, they're dressing down because they fucking feel like it. It's answer number E on the multiple choice question on any entrance exam, right? The what if I'm wrong question. What could be the least thing that you expect? Yeah, boom, right there in your face. Bam, they got you. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is, when you're working, I don't give a fuck if you're a waiter, a waitress, a burger flipper, you're over there working at Gita's selling flowers. Don't get distracted by people who aren't gonna buy anything at all. Now me, I'm not selling anything. I'm just fucking exercising, but over there is my property because I feel like it being over there. Alright? Well, how is it not gonna disappear when I don't perform while I'm working? Now, this is where you gotta separate your brain from being an MC and your brain from being a cop. Okay? You can't think like an MC because MCs, well, if they're really MCs, you can't actually think like an MC because an MC moves the crowd. He's not moved by the crowd. Rappers are moved by the crowd. R&B singers are moved by the crowd. Entertainers are moved by the crowd.
Oakland Avenue at 4th Avenue. Please.
does that mean? It means that your job is not to connect people with people when you're working. People can connect with you if you have the ability to do two things at the same time, and it's not pat your head and rub your belly.
That is under cross Oakland Avenue. Oakland Avenue. Once that is under cross Oakland Avenue. Oakland Avenue. Once that is under cross Oakland Avenue. Oakland Avenue.
So you see what my eyes are doing? My eyes are not leaving my bag as if that's my kid over there. Okay? Now let's say somebody comes up here, hey man, Donnie, nice to meet you. Aren't you the guy that raps? Aren't you the MC Cop? Yeah, I am. Can I have your number? If you can give somebody your number without looking at them and without taking your eyes off your bag, then I suggest maybe you do it. If they look like fucking Julia Roberts when she was 20. Alright? But if you can't do it, and it's going to cause you to take their eyes over, there could be you could just wait until you get off of work. You know what I mean? You could just do that, Why? Because it could be the Joker's girlfriend. Who's the Joker's girlfriend? Whoever left with your bag, man. While you're getting your number from his girlfriend, he's still in your bag. And then when you look at your bag is gone. You run to go find out where it went, and she goes the other way and meets him in the van, and they pawn your bag for the split of the money. It's just that simple. Why do you give a fuck about being the spotlight? It's not important. What's important? That you exercise, and you get faster, and you get bigger, and you get stronger, and you're able to prevent what you don't want to happen, and that your bag never moves 1 inch while you're exercising, not, oh my God, today the person that I always wanted to look at me is looking at me. They're not actually looking at me for 2 minutes. They actually looked at me for 2 minutes and 10 seconds this time. Maybe they're going to ask me for their number, and maybe they're giving me a signal that I should ask them for theirs. You can do that when you're not working. Because if you do it when you're working and I'm your boss, you're fired.